Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 29 of the Pokemon NASCAR Cup Series. Today we're here at Calder Park Raceway in Australia for the running of the Rhino Linings 350. It is our next to last race before the Pokemon NASCAR playoffs begin and continuing World Tour 29 down under. So the last two races in the World Tour will be on ovals. And here's your starting lineup for Calder Park. Luke Walker is on the pole today in the 49, and Emmanuel Harnett on the front row in the 38. Row 2 is Ferdinand Gabot and Ethan Wicken. Row 3 has Eric Martinez and Kelly Crosby. Johnny Garner, Chandler Caudill in row 4, and Cody Smart and Ethan Sale make up your top 5. Top 10, I should say. Top 10. Sorry. Let's get you the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Here we go. The cars now roll off the track. It's going to be an exciting night here in Australia as the playoffs are about to take shape. If I'm not mistaken, there are 15 drivers that won races that are in the playoffs already, so we could add another one here tonight. Or we could decide it all in Rockingham in our last race before the World Tour and before the playoffs. Here we go. 8 laps to start off the race, and we're green here at Calder Park. Already 3-4 wide in the back. Look at this, 4 wide to start off the race. Kelly Crosby moves up to 3rd place. A nice run by the 24. Much needed run for this team. Uh-oh. Tony Green has crashed. Tony Green with damage. Zach Fitzwater, Julius Anderson got damage as well. Tough break for Fitzwater since this is his home track, by the way. Actually won a race in the Open Wheel Series at this exact same track in front of his home fans, but probably won't get to do that in a stock car tonight. Battle for 2nd place between Ferdinand Gabot and Ethan Wicken. Ooh, Cody Smart nearly got loose. He got loose there on the back. Was able to stay alive, continue the race. Now Kelly Crosby drops down to 5th place. No, she's moved up to 4th place from 4th place to from 5th. She was as high as 3rd before. Looks like we have a battle for 2nd place here. Ethan Wicken is now going for 2nd over the 27 of Gabot. And he gets 2nd place away. Wicken gets 2nd, and now he's closing in on Luke Walker. I forgot to mention that the first 2 stages are 8 laps each, and the 3rd and final stage will be a 12-lap showdown, a race to the finish. There, oh wow, I'm trying to cut to Kelly Crosby. My bad, guys. 3 to go in stage 1 as Crosby and Gabot battle for 3rd place. Turns 1 and 2, the high line is preferred, and 3 and 4, the low line's preferred, so it's all about choosing the right line. It's all about choosing the right line at this track. I'll look at the 42 closing in on the 49. Wonder if we're going to get a battle here before the end of the stage. Ooh, driver, someone in the wall. There's a caution. Oh, there's a crash. I thought we were going to get a battle for the win, for the stage win, but we got a caution, a big crash here to end the stage. It involves Leia Walker, by the way, and there's the pileup. Couple cars involved spinning near the start-finish line, and that'll end stage 1 right there. Luke Walker is going to keep that lead, and he's going to take home stage 1 here at Calder Park. I do have to mention that Luke Walker, even if he wins today, will not be eligible to compete in the playoffs since he is one of my own drivers. So I want to make it fair. I want to make it a full 16 car field with different drivers around. You know what I mean, though. I wanted to have a full field of 16 cars, a completely different drivers. So Luke, Pichu, and Leia are not going to be eligible for the playoffs, even if they collect a win here in this race and or the next race. Leia Walker did actually won a race earlier this season. I think that was back in Kentucky. So Luke Walker is hoping to follow it up here at Calder Park. So here are the results from stage 1. And if Luke Walker wins this race, it'll have big implications. And there's a possibility that the driver with the most points without a win could get in the chase. Or that another winner could sneak his or her way in the final race before the playoffs. That's the next one. But for now, the results from Calder Park in stage 1. We'll take it to stage 2 in a moment from Australia. Alrighty guys, we're back here in stage 2. Luke Walker led every lap in stage 1 and he got himself the big 10 points. And he took away a playoff point for some of these potential drivers, but we'll see if it will be a different story here in stage 2. Here we go. We're going to be back to the green flag here in stage 2. Oh, look at Ferdinand Galbot. Oh boy, 3 wide for the race lead. Wow, Ferdinand Galbot off to a great start. Will he hold on with the lead? It looks like he will. What a pass by the 27. And Luke Walker's going to barely get second, but what a run by the 27. Wow. We knew he was dominant, but just wow. I mean, that's amazing. But let's see what the caution came out for the first time in stage 2. I think it might have been Alex Hawkins. Ooh, yeah, a little spin there. Got hit by Eric X Powers and then continued. So it might have been on the 10 machine. Huh. Let me just make sure. Let me just make sure if it's on the 10 machine. It is. Wow. That was surprising. He was in the back of the pack, so... But still, it is a caution. Oh, Colin Francis had a piston problem. Wow, Francis with a piston problem. And already, stage 2, he's dropped to last. Not really good for the 32. We're going to get back to the green flag, though, with 3 to go in stage number 2. And what a surprise that the number 27 is out in front. Oh, Luke Walker's going to take his chances. He wants that high line in turn 1. Let's see if it will work. And it doesn't look like it's going to, as the... well, now he's losing second. Emmanuel Harnett on his... could be getting his 4th win this season. His 4th. That's even before the playoffs. 2 laps to go. Harnett's now second. Johnny Garner looks to get 3rd place from Luke Walker. Ferdinand Galbot, though, I think he's got a comfortable lead. I think it's safe to say he's going to win stage 2. White flag is out for stage number 2. Johnny Garner trying to get by Eric Martinez, but Martinez has the better line. Looks like Martinez is going to be starting in the top 5 in stage 3. Could be beneficial if he wants to make a comeback to win. They were going to battle for second in the back, but Ferdinand Galbot will win stage 2. He got a great start in the very first lap of stage 2, and he pulled away, basically. Ferdinand Gabot gets stage 2. A big one here for him. If he wins here, he'll be definitely in the he may be in the playoffs. So that's the end of stage number 2 here from Calder Park. Here are the results on the left of your screen. Harnett actually beat out Luke Walker for second place. Andrews Vincent went on pit road at the very end. Obviously, they're down in the bottom, but, well, you win some and you lose some, but still there's one more stage to run. So we'll be back from Calder Park with stage 3. Here we are, folks, stage 3, the all-important final stage here at Calder Park. We'll see if Ferdinand Gabot can hold on to his lead. Last time we had a start in stage 2, he just zoomed into the race lead. We'll see if he can hold on this time, or will another driver take the lead away. Green flag is in the air. And I mentioned earlier this is going to be a 12-lap final stage. Caution's out already. We already had a crash in the middle. And Luke Walker, let's see if he gets one more run with Gabot. Here we go to the line. And looks like Gabot barely beats out the 49. Let's see. Oh, wow, we had a crash. DJ Curtis spins. Yeah, but something tells me that that was more. Oh, wow. I don't know what. Oh, wow. I'm sorry. Ethan Sale. I mean, oh, wow. Everyone just spun out. Wow. A couple cars spun out on their own on that turn. Wow. That really narrowed down the field and who would win this race now. Alexander Rose on pit road. But I think it was because he had a bad start. Maybe that was the cause of this pileup. But we're going to come down through the next couple laps. We'll see if Ferdinand Gabot will hold on. Green flag in the air. Only Rowe retired, by the way. And Gabot is away. Oh, I could have sworn someone spun in the back there. Oh, it's a messy back. Really messy run. Well, I didn't mention that Alexander Rowe, by the way, he won the last race at 3:49, and now he finishes dead last. Wow, what a shame. But there is still 6 laps to go, and we'll see if Gabot can hold on. It's been between Gabot and Walker for the race win here at Calder Park. It's been an intense battle between those two. They each won a stage. Now they're both trying to win. Walker is not, even with a win, he would not be in the playoffs, I mentioned earlier. Why? But if Gabot wins, he's in the playoffs. And it would come down to Rockingham to see if anyone else will be bumped in or bumped out. Four laps to go at Calder Park. Walker's on his tail. Wisely decides to lay off a little bit before the turn. He knows the Highline can be a powerful weapon here in turns 1 and 2. Is he going to go for it on this turn? He'll try. He might. Or he's just going to probably lay off a bit. Looks like he might lay off. 3 laps to go. Looks like Gabot got a little bit of an edge on that corner. Oh, he's away. Gabot's away. He looks like he got a little edge. Here comes Tyson Aquino, going to battle for 3rd place. Just 2 laps to go for Ferdinand Gabot. Not sure when the last, I'm not sure if he's ever won a Pokemon NASCAR race, but His buddy Jorge Alonso has won some. I do know that. So I think that's all he needed. I guess Gabot might be, it's safe to say, Gabot will be in the playoffs with a win. Coming to the white flag with 1 lap to go for Ferdinand Gabot. Trying to lock up a playoff spot, potentially heading into the regular season finale at Rockingham. Looks like Luke Walker is not going to have time to catch up. And Ferdinand Gabot, the wait is finally over. He comes off the final turn and wins the Rhino Linings 350 here at Calder Park. And what a relief it is for the 27 to collect a win to get himself in the playoffs. What a run there. That restart in stage 2 helped him out and helped him collect the victory here tonight at Calder Park. Let's share the final results from Calder Park Raceway. On the left of your screen, here are the results as Ferdinand Gabot collects the victory here today at Calder Park to lock himself into the playoffs. And only one driver was out of the race, Alexander Rowe. So that's it here from Calder Park. Points will be coming up. And what's on the line here today, what's going to be on the line here at Rockingham. I will talk over the points, stage 1, 2, and 3 points, because I will explain who's in the chase and what drivers have to do to get into the playoffs. I know I'm used to saying chase, but you get the point. Anyway, point standings are coming up. Alrighty, guys, these are your point standings from Stage 3. The Stage 3 points, the reason I'm showing you this first is because it has all the race victories for each driver. It's important for me to know who's in the chase and who's not. There you see top 5 in the stage points all have 1 win. Lopez, Fitzwater, Gabot, who just won at Calder Park. Ethan Sales, a 2-time winner. He's a sure lock into the playoffs. And James Richardson in 5th. Then there's Grayson Acevedo, Josh Crash, DJ Curtis, who's a 2-time winner. So he's a surefire lock. Emmanuel Harnett, 3 wins, a sure lock. Alexander Rowe has a win. Emmanuel Magnuson has a win. Tyson Aquino has a win. And Leah Walker has a win, but she is not eligible, though. I did mention that because she's one of my own drivers. And let's go back. Kev Shear has 2 wins. He counts. He's locked in. So are 2-time winners John Andrews, PJ Williams, and Mason Powers. That makes it a full-fledged 16 cars. Pedro Delgado, he has 1 win, but he was kicked out of the series for spoiling. And he was being bothersome in the comments even after being kicked out. So anyway, I blocked him. So don't worry, Pedro Delgado will not bother us again. But anyway, Delgado is disqualified, even with that 1 win for spoiling. And if you're wondering, Gage Victini's points are merged with Delgado, although that win won't count towards him getting into the playoffs because he started right after Darlington. The race he spoiled in. No, not Gage, but Pedro, I meant. But anyway, there are 16 different winners in the series. I know I probably said that the Advanced Auto Parts Clash, that the win would not count towards the wins in the standings into the playoffs. But since the Clash final results were integrated into Stage 3 points, I thought it would not be fair to exclude Josh Crash because they credited him with that 1 win from the Clash into the Stage 3 points. So Crash will be in the the playoffs, no matter what happens. So it is a full-fledged 16-car field. And Crash cannot be eliminated, of course, because he is in the top 10 in points. His only win so far has come with the Clash, but the Advanced Auto Parts Clash. But again, they integrated with Stage 3 points. It would not be fair to exclude Crash because that win counted towards those points. And so Crash is in no matter what. So because of that, I will make an exception just for this season to have 17 cars into the playoffs, just to accommodate Josh Crash in because he wanted the clash, like I said, the Advanced Auto Parts clash, the race before. The wins in the duels, the Can-Am duels, if you're wondering, do not count towards the wins into the playoffs because those were integrated into stages 1 and 2 points. And of course, with all the wins in those stage 1 and 2 points, I'll show it to you in a second. They were just hard to keep up, and so the winners from the dual races in the and the Pokemon Sun and Moon duels in Daytona, they won't count towards the playoff picture, so to speak. So but only the clash will count because they were integrated into stage 3 points. It would not be fair for Josh Crash to be excluded with that just one victory. If he wins again at Rockingham, UK, won't matter. He'll be in that chase as a 2-time winner. But if any others will try to get him, so they will all try to get him. So I will make an exception to allow 17 cars into the playoffs just to accommodate Josh Crash. We could have another winner who hasn't won yet into the playoffs. So it's one goal is simple in Rockingham for all the drivers that haven't won this season up to Rockingham, UK. The only way to get into the playoffs is to win at Rockingham. So a non-winner could potentially steal a spot away and get that victory, get that final spot in. If there are no new winners, if there's not a new winner in Rockingham, UK, then the highest driver in points without a win will get the last berth. And Eric Martinez looks like he's 6th in points, as you can see in stage 3. I haven't added up all the points from stages 1, 2, and 3. After Rockingham, UK, I'll have to add up all the points from all the 3 stages and see whoever has the most points at the end after Rockingham, UK. That way I can determine a regular season champion, and if that champion's in the chase, that champion will receive the most bonus playoff points they will use into the playoffs. I did mention about the playoff point system awarded to the top 10 in regular season points and declaring a regular season champion before the playoffs. So I will add all those points up after Rockingham, UK. We'll see who will get in with the highest, with the driver with the most points without a win. But Martinez looks like he's in the lead. I haven't added up those points yet, but you'll know when I get there. Anyway, one last look into Stage 3's points. You can see where you could pause the video to find out where you stand right now in the points. And we're going to go right into Stage 1 and 2. This is Stage 1 and 2 points. Had to separate those two because I had to keep track of all the playoff points they would accumulate if they're in the playoffs. So here's all the stage wins. And you notice a lot of wins and a lot of drivers, a lot of races credited because that's all stages 1 and 2 scored into this point system. So that's your statistic on how many stages you won, excluding the final stage of each race, because that would count towards the race victories. So you can pause the video to see where you stand in terms of stage 1 and 2 points. I will merge these points, like I said, all 3 stages after Rockingham, UK, to determine a regular season champion and determine if there are any drivers that didn't get in, if there's one driver that got in by scoring the most points without a win, if that is possible. But if not, otherwise, it would go to the driver that wins Rockingham, UK, to the non-winners. So a lot of big names, only one spot standing, and that'll be decided in Rockingham, UK. So after Rockingham, UK, I will add up all the points. We'll determine who's in the chase, but we do know all the winners, including Josh Crash, and except for Pedro Delgado and Leia Walker, will be in the playoffs. So hope you guys will stick around for our next race at Rockingham, UK. We will see you there at our next race.